What's up everyone, we're going to be going to the best NBA player props on Prizepicks today. Now I did want to show you the results on yesterday's picks on my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see we actually got 15 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. Now a lot of you comment wanting to see how many I got wrong, and I thought I'd show you in today's video. We only got 2 picks wrong and got 15 right, which is about a 90% win rate. Yes guys, you heard that right, 90% win rate. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get a 90% win rate and get 15 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon. Should be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $2,500 just yesterday. Another member who won $30 for the 5th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description. So go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. Alright, so let's get straight into the first pick. And when it comes to these picks, I'm not saying to chuck all of them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So first pick we're going to talk about is Jalen Johnson, and this one is for points and rebounds for 27.5, and this one is for less. Now look at Jalen Johnson. We've actually seen him go on the under in 1 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against none other than the Golden State Warriors. Now when we look at the Golden State Warriors, they have been playing pretty decently, and on top of that, when we look at the Golden State Warriors, we do see that they do rank actually 8th when it comes to points allowed, and then when we look at rebounds allowed, we also do see that the Golden State Warriors do rank 21st. So a little bit lower in that rebounding category, but they do rank pretty high in that points. Now a big reason why we do very much like the under for this situation here is that the Golden State Warriors actually do a very good job at restricting points and rebounds to the forward position, which is exactly what Jalen Johnson is. Now although Jalen Johnson has had a pretty decent usage rate in both of these departments, we think with a matchup like Golden State Warriors, and especially the way that Golden State Warriors have been playing so far this season, we are expecting Jalen Johnson to have a lot of defensive pressure on him, which could restrict him in a lot of ways. So because of those reasons, we are sticking to the under for this one. The times that he has gone on the over, it hasn't been too convincing to us. He's only just made it over just slightly, nothing really convincing. His average over the last 5, yes, it is 29.6, so it is slightly above this line, but nothing for us to really say that he's consistently getting on the over like really well. So because of that, we think the fact that he's just been able to make it over, he has been versing also easier teams during these, Portland, Washington, other teams also like Detroit, they allow a lot of points, allow a lot of rebounds. Now they have a tougher matchup, which is none other against the Warriors, and Warriors also do a great job against forwards, so we definitely see that playing a big part here. So because of those reasons, definitely keep an eye out for the under for this one. So Jalen Johnson for 27.5 points and rebounds for less, I think it's an absolute steal. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about Pascal Siakam. So Pascal Siakam, great player for his team, Indiana Pacers. And this one actually, however, is for points, rebounds, and assists for 32.5. And this one is for less. Now, you look at Pascal Siakam. We've actually seen him go on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games. And they do face off against none other than the Houston Rockets. Now, we look at the Houston Rockets. As we all know, Houston Rockets are a decent team. But when we look at the Houston Rockets, what we also do see is that the Houston Rockets, when we look at points allowed, they do rank really well in points, as they do rank 3rd. They rank 1st in assists allowed, and then rebounds allowed, they rank a little bit lower, but they still do rank 18th. So very good in the points and assist department. And for someone like Pascal Siakam, we definitely still see that being enough for Pascal to go on the under. Now Houston overall also do a very good job at actually restricting the forward position from points, rebounds, and assists, so that definitely helps out in our favor. But on top of that, Pascal hasn't been able to hit this line consistently. He's gone in the under 3 out of the last 5. His average over the last 5 is also 30, which is slightly above below the line, as well. So with all those things being said, they also face off against a team like Houston Rockets, who tend to play a little bit more slower pace type basketball. Okay, so great job on controlling the pace, slowing down the pace as much as they can. And when it comes to Pascal Siakam, we are definitely sticking to the under for this situation here. So definitely keep an eye out for the under for Pascal Siakam. Siakam, the way he has been playing has been fantastic. But on top of anything else, the big reason why we do like the under is that when we also look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have him favored for the under as well. So because of those reasons, Pascal Siakam, 32.5 points, rebs, and assists for less, I think is a fantastic pick. So getting to the next pick, we're going to be talking about Jarrett Allen. Now this one is a great one for points and rebs for 24.5, and this one actually is for more. Now when we look at Jarrett Allen, we have seen him go on the over in 2 out of the last 5 games. Now they do face off against none other than the New Orleans Pelicans. Now when we look at the Pelicans, what we also do see is that Pelicans do rank actually 22nd when it comes to points allowed. On top of that, when we actually look at rebounds allowed, what we also do see is that the Pelicans rank 10th. Now, although Pelicans don't really rank too high, just in that mid-tier sort of category, a big reason why we do still like the over for this situation here is due to the fact that New Orleans Pelicans do a very, very poor job at restricting points and rebounds also to the actual, center position. So we definitely see that being a big thing here. When it comes to Jarrett Allen, he is a fantastic player, and on top of that, he definitely has a really good usage rate in both of these departments. His average over the last 5 is 25.6, so above this line. Now they are coming off a game where they just had their first loss of the season against the Boston Celtics, and we definitely see that being a big plus coming into this next one, as we do see him going on the over here. When it comes to Jarrett Allen, not only is he a fantastic player, but what we are also expecting from him is that Jarrett Allen also has a good amount of usage rate in the rebounding department, and we are expecting a big rebounding game from him in this one. So because of those reasons, we are sticking to the over for this one. New Orleans Pelicans do a very poor job, like I mentioned, restricting points and reps to his position. But when we look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have him favored for the over as well, and we definitely see that playing a huge part, especially for someone like Jarrett Allen, who's just been playing great all season. So because of that, Jarrett Allen, 24.5 points and reps for more, I think is a great pick. So as you all know, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but Prizepicks is delayed with some of their lines. So here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So first player we're going to be talking about is none other than Devin Booker. Now Devin Booker has been averaging 23.5 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. So he's done a fantastic job for none other than the Phoenix Suns. And the Phoenix Suns do have themselves a great matchup against the New York Knicks. Now the Phoenix Suns are 9-6 right now. They do have a pretty decent record, and also Knicks currently pretty close with a record of 8-6 as well. Now when we look at the New York Knicks, what we also do see is that when it comes to points allowed, they do rank 11th. On top of that, when we look at assists allowed, we do see that the Knicks rank 12th, and then rebounds allowed, the Knicks do rank a little bit lower, as they do actually rank 15th. So because of that, we do very much like the over for someone like Devin Booker. Now Knicks don't really rank too high in any certain categories. They rank in that mid-tier, but we definitely see that still being enough for someone like Devin Booker to be able to go on the over here. Booker has a really decent usage rate in the points department and also assists. I definitely would focus a lot more on those two. But when we also look at the New York Knicks, what we also do see is that they do a very poor job at restricting points, rebs, and assists to the shooting guard position. So that's a big reason why we do very much like the over for this situation here. Devin Booker is a fantastic player, but on top of anything else, what we do like more than anything is that Devin Booker has not only been playing great, but he is coming off some pretty great games. So he most recently had a game where he had 44 points, 6 rebs, 7 assists. Another game where he also had some pretty good stats of 31 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. So when he is able to get hot, he will be able to get hot in a hurry. And we think in this situation, especially against a team like the Knicks, who do allow a lot of points, rebounds and assists to the shooting guard position, we definitely see the over for this one. But I would definitely focus a lot more on points for this one, so keep an eye out for that with Devin Booker. Like I always mentioned, keep an eye out for the line. If the line is under his averages, then definitely look to go on the over. Now getting into the next player, we're going to be talking about James Harden. So James Harden, great player who's been averaging 20.1 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 9 assists. So he's done a fantastic job for none other than the LA Clippers. And the LA Clippers do have themselves a great matchup against none other than the Orlando Magic. Now Orlando Magic have a record of 9-6, really good record, or decent record at that. For another team like the Clippers, they do have a record of 8-7, so they haven't had the best start, but they are looking to pick things up. Now, Orlando Magic do rank first in points allowed, fourth in assists allowed, and then rebounds allowed. They rank a little bit lower as they do rank 14th. When it comes to James Harden, however, we do very much like the under for this situation here, due to the fact that Orlando Magic not only rank high in most of these categories, a little bit lower in rebounds, but definitely still enough. But on top of that, Orlando Magic not only do a great job against a shooting guard position on restricting them from points, reps, and assists, but Orlando Magic are a very, very slow-paced team. Now, Clippers are a little bit faster paced than, Orlando, but Orlando, what we have seen time and time again, they are very, very good at slowing down fast-paced teams. And because of that, we are expecting a similar situation here. We definitely see James Harden and the LA Clippers getting a little bit less volume than they usually see, which should lead to an under for this situation here. When it comes to James Harden as well, what we also do very much like is due to the fact that James Harden has been, a big player for this team, and also pretty much the main stars. Kawhi is still out. We have seen a lot of the defensive attention be on James Harden, and we definitely see that being the case, especially with a great defensive team like Orlando Magic. So definitely keep an eye out for James Harden's lines. I would definitely focus more on points and assists, but keep an eye out for the line. If it is too close to his averages, then definitely look to go on the under. Again, to the next player, we're going to be talking about Jared McCain. Now, Jared McCain from the Philadelphia 76ers has been averaging 15.2 points, 2.2 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. So he's done a fantastic job for none other than the Philadelphia 76ers. He has been able to get a couple more minutes out there on the floor, and he's been able to put on quite a great show. Now, they do face off against the Memphis Grizzlies in this next matchup. Now, 76ers are currently 2-11, and also Grizzlies are 8-7. So, a lot of bookies or in that nature, a lot of people think Grizzlies are going to be able to take this win. But when we look at 76ers and the matchup against Grizzlies, we do see that the Grizzlies do rank 16th when it comes to points allowed. On top of that, they rank 8th actually in assists allowed. And then on top of that, when we move over to rebounds allowed, they do rank 11th. So pretty mid-tiered all three categories. Now, when it comes to Jared McCain, we do actually see him going on the over here due to the injuries and due to the fact that we have seen an increase in Jared McCain's usage rate and also minutes out there on the floor. So we definitely see that continuing on into this next game, no doubt about it, especially with the way that Jared McCain has been playing as of lately. We are expecting a good amount of usage rate from him in those situations. But on top of anything else, what we also do see is that Jared McCain just has been playing fantastic basketball. He has had a bit of a hot hand, going for 20 points, 29 points, 34 points another game, 23. The list really does go on, and we definitely see that continuing on into this next matchup, no doubt about it. So because of those reasons, we do very much like the over for this situation for someone like Jared McCain. Now, I would definitely, focus on something more like points for Jared McCain due to the fact that he's definitely seen an increase in his usage rate in that department over the others. So when it comes to, someone like Jared, we also do see Grizzlies, 76ers, both pretty fast-paced teams, so we could expect a good amount of volume in this matchup, which should lead him to go on the over there. So keep an eye out for his points line. If the points line is under his averages, then definitely look to go on the over. So guys, if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon. It should be linked down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.